Our +1 already getting applause, and he's welcome back anytime. He was named by Deadline as the comic who won 2025. He's off a sold-out show at Madison Square Garden earlier this month and will be performing here in LA as part of the Netflix Is a Joke Fest. By the way, welcome.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for having me.
I like that you're a physical comedian.
Yeah.
You gotta like use the props and your hands.
Yeah, I think being a physical comedian was a big thing in the 80s and the 90s.
Totally.
Yes.
And I loved watching Jim Carrey with his massive character.
Yeah. That's right.
And I think growing up, some of that sort of influenced my
Oh
comedy.
my God. Now you're speaking our language.
Yeah.
True. Those were the days.
Those were the days. Remember when you used to go to the theater and sometimes twice to see a movie because it made you laugh so much?
Yes. Do you remember the days we used to go to the theater and find how to sneak in so we can go multiple times?
Yeah.
What's the most you've done? What's the most you've done? How many movies?
3 movies.
Oh my
God.
God.
In one day?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've done 5.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, wow.
Get the time.
What did you just do, bell to bell?
It was actually with my husband before we were married, before we had kids.
Of course.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
You guys really saved money, huh? You bought
in New
one
York.
ticket,
We were
you
in
watched
New York.
5 movies, you called your whole family, you're like, you wouldn't believe how much we saved.
I've never done that, but I've snuck in plenty of snacks.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Did anyone
Snow
else have the grocery bag? Goes, we're not paying $5 for one candy when I go to the dollar store.
Yeah,
Yep, that's
All
good.
right, so yeah, thanks for taking us down.
Tell us about this show, the sold-out crowd. That's amazing.
That is
Congratulations,
incredible.
You
by
and
the
Harry
way.
Styles.
Yes, yes,
Madison
it was.
Square Garden.
Yeah, and his poster was right next to mine. It was incredible, and I didn't know how it's going to feel. I had talked to a bunch of my comedian friends who played the Madison Square Garden before, and everybody said, "Man, the first time you play the Garden, it's going to be an experience like you never have again." And I felt really ready also, and the show was incredible. It was just the cheer of the audience. If 20,000 people, the energy just coming at you, it was so special. The excitement was amazing. How much my fans were anticipating, you know, to see me at this arena. I think it was the most memorable event of my life so far. And I have to give LA credit.
Oh, go ahead.
Because first I played the Forum. The first stadium I played was the Forum. And I think the Forum really prepared me to play MSG.
Oh,
in what way?
Because every room has its own character. I feel like every auditorium, every theater, every stadium is like a person. It has a personality.
Right.
And you have to know how to play that room.
So true.
So when you play stadiums, it's a different energy. And if you don't know how to play it, you're not able to deliver to your potential.
One thing that people love about your shows is they feel like they're a part of the show because you do so much crowd work. So how do you do crowd work in an environment like Madison Square Garden?
It's tough. It's really tough. But at the same time, I think this is what I genuinely think. If you're spiritually and mentally super available, and there's the fear of the performance gets out of the way, and you're present, you'll see things, you really genuinely connect, and the magic will happen. So that's where my headspace is. I just try to be in a place of love and get out there and have fun with my fans, and the moments happen. In New York, we had some really special, like...
We have characters in New York.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
How do you know who to prey on?
They pop, trust me, they pop themselves.
Yeah.
If you watch New York Times article, there's a guy like in an eagle, like flying shape. This fan from Albania. When I said we're my Albanians, he got so excited. For just a few minutes, he was just doing this.
Oh, my God.
And it's
He's probably never been called out like that, right?
My Albanian fans are super fans. And there is a clip of mine went viral for the Albanian community. And I'm talking about the eagle and their flags. And so he took one of the moments in my crowd work that I'm doing this thing. And he just like stayed focused. And he was just doing this.
Wow.
After a few minutes, I'm like, what drugs is he on?
Yeah.
Like, He's in the zone.
That is funny. Okay, so you have residency in Vegas coming up, is that right?
Yeah, I mean, it's the residency started December of last year.
Okay, where are you at?
At the Wynn.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the best place to be.
Yeah.
Truly.
I gotta take you guys everywhere I go. This is such an amazing.
I mean, if you're going to MSG in the Wynn, let's pop. Let's go in there. We're jumping in.
I know it's special, but the way you're like, oh my God, I'm like, oh, this
I mean, you're Persian, right?
Yes.
We like Vegas.
Yes.
I'm Armenian. We like Vegas.
Yes.
And the
Yes.
Wynn's the best. So
The
That's what she
Armenians-
says. I'm from Vegas.
Yeah, you're
Wynn
from
is,
Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Wynn is pretty tops.
It's the place to be, and the venue is really fun to play. But I was just there this last weekend. I just played there last Saturday. And Armenians took over. Armenians all flew from
They roll deep.
the country of Armenia, from the capital of Glendale, California, to Las Vegas.
Why didn't you come with me this past weekend?
I know. Gosh, I missed that.
I should have come. If I would have known earlier, I would have jumped on and
Well, the
seen
next
your
one.
show.
They're always there,
Guaranteed.
though. The
Yeah.
Armenians are always there. So any weekend.
You guys are the most fun.
Thank
the
you.
most fun people, really,
Thank you.
really.
Thank you.
Love drinking, love partying, love the family
They'll shower
feud.
you with gifts.
Love like the kebab, the eating, everything is top notch.
Well, they buy you a coffee and then you say, "How much can I give you $5? Don't insult me."
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't insult me.
They're like, don't insult me, and here's $5 more for tomorrow. Here's your coffee tomorrow. Go.
Yeah. And then you're up for 5 days.
I brought up your Iranian. You were born in Tucson, right? To Iranian parents, but obviously what's happening in Iran is something that you've spoken about, and I know that you say you don't like to get political, but at this point, it's not really getting political. It's really a humanitarian mission, and you yourself has said that this is a rescue mission. Speak to that.
Well, first of all, I feel like I'm blessed to have a platform today. I've been doing this for 20 years, but now I have a very broad audience, and I have people watching my work from many different backgrounds. In a time like this, where the people really don't have a voice inside Iran, it's a blessing to be able to do anything we can to be their voice from the outside. And so my platform has had the opportunity to do as much as it can to amplify and bring awareness so people, everybody finds out the level of tragedy that's happening. Now, back to what you're saying about the rescue mission, because people are unaware of how bad the situation is in Iran and how barbarian the regime is, we need to make sure people understand the situation first. And once they grasped how bad it is, then the idea of why the Iranian people are asking for outside help, asking for the U.S. to interfere, they're asking for Israel to come to their rescue. It's just because they're in such terrible situation that they can't do anything. So that's why we call it a rescue mission. This is a very rare time in history. This happened before. If you look at France, the history of France, Germany, these countries, when the government was absolutely impossible, meaning like the human rights were violated in levels that is like intolerable. In those situations, it demands for an outsider to go out and rescue the people. So that's what the Iranian people are hoping for, and I truly believe that's going to happen. The right thing's going to happen. It's the time. It's the right time. And hopefully soon we'll see that change.
But it's also seeing is believing, and you've shown videos of what it actually looks like on the streets of Iran at your shows. What are some of the reactions that you get when you do that? Incredible.
So I used MSG to play a video. I created this video, and I'm going to release that video in a few days. Wow. It's a very heartfelt video. I wanted to make sure I have the right balance to really show what's happening in Iran, and I really wanted to make sure people understand how many incredible young people have died for absolutely no good reason. Just for coming out and protesting. Thousands of people have died, and so I made sure the video really captures the event, and you can see the reaction of people just stunned. And I had a comedy show where it started in multi different levels. Like we had great time of laughing. We had great times of like connecting in some meaningful ways. And at the very end, people were crying watching this video. They got so emotional. And I got tons of messages, people saying, thank you for giving us such an experience. Like, it was way more than just a comedy show. So the video really did touch a lot of people and made them understand why Iranians are acting the way they are.
Yeah. It's one thing to hear stories coming from Iran, but it's quite a different thing to see it.
Yeah.
In black and white.
Absolutely. Well, we live in Los Angeles here. Everybody has a Persian friend. The protests were incredible. We saw a number of people coming out protesting for Iran that was just so inspiring. And a lot of non-Iranians came to support, and they stood with Iranian people. I think these are really positive things are happening in a world today that there's so much divide. And to see everybody stand up for the right thing, everybody stand up for simple human rights. It's that simple. It's so inspiring to see that right now.
Do you have family back in Iran?
Yes, I have.
How are they doing?
It's very hard to be in touch, especially for me. I sort of don't like to create any problems for anybody, so I've sort of taken a different approach with that. But everybody's incredibly sad. I mean, you can't imagine. Every day the news is showing a beautiful, young, great, person at age 19, 20, 22, that they find their bodies. I mean, it's devastating.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine.
Senseless.
To see this all day, every day for the last 40, 50 days. So it's hard.
On the flip side, though, it must be hard for you as a comedian to like turn that around and find, I don't know, I mean, in the same show, right?
Yeah.
Make people laugh and find some levity.
It's a delicate balance.
It is, but I'm also, when I lost my dad about 9 years ago, and my dad's wish for me always, he loved my comedy. He was my biggest fan. He would come to my show, and he would say, Max, it was awesome. And Dad, really? He'd go, yes. And then he would pause and he would say, if you can add something that is more meaningful, if you can add a little message, it would become next level. And so he always encouraged me in that sense. And I remember saying, Dad, you know how hard it is to just make them laugh already?
You're doing a great job. No pressure.
He's a Persian dad, and he would say poetry.
The A's not enough, you need the A+, right? Yeah, exactly.
And he would say, do you know this poet that used to do this funny poetries, but they were very meaningful? And I go, okay, I'll work on that. When my father passed, something happened in my art that it became so important to me to now talk about topics that when people walking away, it could make them think. They had a great time, but they walk away with going, oh, this is interesting perspective. So I started talking about my family. I talk about my family, my mom and dad's divorce, and so many. It's just my comedy has become a lot more meaningful.
Wow.
So
you always leave them with something.
So that sort of mindset has now allowed me to easily segue into a topic like Iran. And my fans know that they're coming to see an event that is going to have multiple different layers to it. It's going to be fun and it's going to be meaningful. So I'm glad I could do that.
Some of the best comedians in the world could do the same thing. They can bring the heart and the funny and all of that.
Like the great Dave Chappelle.
That's right. I was thinking.
Do you want to stick around? We're not done with you, and hopefully you're not done with us.
Oh, I didn't know I have to leave. I thought
Stay and chat with us a little bit more after the break. Max will be performing during the Netflix is a Joke Fest. That's May 8th at the Orpheum Theater. His special Double Threat can be seen on his YouTube channel as well. It has over 5.5 million views.
Wow,
and he'll be with us right after this break.
Dang.